Hello everybody! Welcome back to the SBGamefun channel and to another episode of The Outer Worlds. Last week I ended the Sherlock Holmes series, The Devil's Daughter. So I'm moving, so this is why you're seeing Outer Worlds on Friday. So now we're, because I need to cut back a little bit because I got a lot of work. So now Outer Worlds will be on Friday until I end this series, until I replace it with something. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alright, so today, I don't know if I'm going to be dying constantly, but today we're going to go take on that thing right there, Mr. Ram. I don't know if he's going to lock me in. I think as soon as oh, this is sealed. So it's one-way ticket all the way down. Alright, folks, let's play this game, have some fun. Even if I die. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more time. 30 minutes is quite a bit to die repeatedly, but we'll see. Hopefully I won't get stuck in any death cycle. Alright, here we go. Oh my gosh. Already we got problems. Oh my gosh, he came in. Oh, gotta get out of here. I'm already getting hit. Whoa. Okay, run. What kind of gun will work on him? Oh my gosh. Let's get back inside. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Oh, they sealed the door on me. Reload. Oh, my gosh. Run. Oh, my gosh. Where's that big guy? F, heal up. Oh, at least I got a marker on him. Okay, come over here, dude. Come over here. Where are my guys? Reload, come on. Run. Health. Keep that guy in my sights, cause oh, he's in there. Come on out, dude. I got a door for you. Reload. Did I get him? Get out of that. Oh. My guys were down for the count. They didn't even come and help me. Hibernation chamber key. Reload. Heavy guns, man. Heavy guns. Alright. Where am I supposed to go now? up there. So I gotta take on Sophia Akande. Alright. Hold on, let's do a quick run and loot. And remember to quick save. Quick save, please. There are dead. This guy dropped nothing, man. Holy cow. He just dropped a key card. Oh, he had a bunch of ads, man. Just my luck. My brain almost spazzed out. Unlock. Open. Reload. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Why were they cutting this part open? Look at that music. Okay, we're overseeing this part. Okay, that goes down to another. Hey, what happened to my crew? Guys. Alright, come on, guys. I need your backup, man. Just in case Akande becomes harder than Ram. Oh my gosh, they're... Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, look at that. They have a barrier. They're stuck right here. They can't go beyond this wall. Oh, I'm being forced to take her on by myself. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's do a quick save.
Why won't you just die?
Everyone alright?
Oh my gosh. Ellie just shot Akande. The chairman's key. Level 30 character. I spazzed out. I ducked back behind the wall. Okay. I don't know if you saw it. I opened the door. I got shot. I ducked back, and Ellie popped in and did the killing blow. Oh my goodness. Akande's... I didn't have to fight her at all. Thank you, Ellie. Oh.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Alright, Phineas. Are you alright? What did they do to you?
I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that, man.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
Earth is only an idea to us, but that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
All right. Well, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We'd best get started.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Somebody has to run this colony. I'm the only competent person. Am I in game? Am I in game? Holy cow. I moved this game to Friday and it's the last episode. You can count on me. I'll help revive the other colonists. I'm going to do what I've always done. Whatever I want, all the time. Somebody has to run this colony. I'm the only competent person left.
You won't hear a word of disagreement from me. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI
Outer Worlds.
teaches that everything
Completed
in
the Outer
universe
Worlds
happens
on
according to
any
the grand
difficulty.
plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer.
Ugh.
As for Reed Thompson, It was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater. Years later, a marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe.
Nice.
Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could.
Good old
He
Max.
never took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer.
Nice.
Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose, with you at its center. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow, and helped ensure the survival of the colony until the end of your days. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Yay! So, wow, my second end game in a week. So that's the end of the Outer Worlds. So I don't know if they're gonna allow me to go in and do some more quest, the leftover quest, or if that's it, that's it. So I'm gonna try to find something to fill the spot. I've been looking at a game called Enshroud. My brother and I have been goofing off in it, and I might bring my son in too. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. I mean, I have a bunch of small little games I can use to fill it. But if not, then like I said, I'll figure it out. But I appreciate everybody joining me on this adventure in the Outer Worlds. This is it's a very nice game, and they did pretty good. Anyhow, if you like my kind of goofy content, make sure you click on subscribe and click on that bell to get notified when I upload new content. And I hope to see you folks back here when we look at future games, or anything new, or anything old, or whatnot. Until then, have a good one.